Tonight on Beyond the Words, we're going to be talking about
6 steps for changing your behavior.
So let's get to it. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Words. I'm Lon.
I'm Lisa.
And this is Rufus the Doofus. And this is a show where we talk about faith, family, and relationships. We give you a little insight into our own personal story, our own personal journey, and give you some tips on how you can strengthen your relationships. And as we said before, tonight we're going to be talking about
6 steps for changing your behavior.
That's right. That's what we're going to be talking about. But before we get into that, I just want to invite you that if you haven't already, after the show tonight, if you'll pop over to our YouTube channel and click subscribe, that would help us out a great deal.
Yes.
Also, we would love to connect with you guys, and if you haven't already, you can send us an email at lonandlisa@gobeyondthewords.com. That's lonandlisa@gobeyondthewords.com. We'd like to hear from you. We'd like to hear your stories and maybe get some ideas on new topics of discussion. Maybe you give us some ideas and your own stories too.
Yes.
We'd love to hear you.
And right before the show, Rufus got some really sad news, apparently. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Oh, buddy.
He was so upset. I'm not sure what happened.
Are you so tired? Maybe he's just tired.
Well, he hates wearing sweaters, and I put the sweater on him, and I think he's just given up for a minute.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You're so tired of sweaters. Well, how's our week been?
Well, we had the skunk incident.
Oh, yes. We had a skunk issue.
Yes.
So, was it Friday night? I think it was Friday night because we carpooled on Friday. Mm-hmm. And so we carpooled, and on the way home, it was
driving through Plain City.
Skunk City.
And
and I didn't see what it was in the road.
Right.
But I saw something in the road, and it looked like a stick because, like we had the ice storm that kind of came through, and there was a bunch of limbs and things on the ground. Well, I thought it might have been like some limbs or something. Debris. And just driving along and bloop, ran over some whatever it was. And then all of a sudden we got the distinct skunk odor.
Yes.
You guys have probably experienced that skunk odor. And it was really strong. Very, very strong. The skunk was strong.
And it did not leave.
And it never left. And so we were like, well, what in the world? I mean, I didn't see a skunk. I didn't see like a carcass or
right.
Like roadkill or anything like that.
And usually, you smell it for a mile or so and then it dissipates.
And then it dissipates, right. Well,
but it did not dissipate.
There was no dissipation whatsoever. So we ran through the car wash.
And we came home and got Rufus, and he was like,
"Yeah,
what's wrong with you guys? What did you do?
This? What's this smell? I don't know." We got Rufus. We went through the car wash and came back. Odor was still there. We're like, well, what? And it was, of course, it was dark, so I couldn't really, and it was kind of raining too. So I didn't spend really any time in there. So Saturday rolled around, and I got up and I looked out there. I didn't see anything.
Right.
And so we went through the car wash again. Still, the odor was very strong. It was a little bit better after the second car wash, but it was still noticeable.
At all.
And so then I rinsed out the fender well, and I don't know. It must have been some...
There was a significant amount of skunk debris.
skunk debris.
Yes. And I have a photograph of the skunk debris. If anyone wants to see it, I will send it to you.
Oh, don't post the photograph on our Beyond
I will
the Words
not
page.
post the photograph, but I have sent it to a few people.
Oh, okay. You can post a photograph.
No, I will not post the photograph. If anyone wants the photograph, I will send it to you, but I will not post it.
Okay, that's
It's
probably
upsetting,
wise.
but-
well, you can't tell what it is. You can't see what it is.
It's debris. It's upsetting.
You can't see what it is.
It would upset a few people that I know.
Okay.
Madison would not be happy with me. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
But yeah, it was very stinky. And it's one of those where I kept walking to the car and we would be talking and all of a sudden it would hit me and I would start yelling, "Why do I forget about it?" Because I would be distracted and I would forget. And then, yeah, our car smelled horrible. And I had a plan. We were going to take the car back to Honda and say, our car went bad.
It's defective.
Yeah, our car went bad.
Our
It's
car
rotten.
rotted out. Yeah. So here, take it back.
Yeah, so we need a new car. It was that bad. It was horrible. But it's better now.
It's better now. Yeah, we rinsed all the nastiness away and
All the debris.
all the debris is gone now. So we're good now.
Yes.
We
didn't die.
We didn't die. We had lunch on Saturday too. Was it Saturday? Yes, it was Saturday. Mm-hmm. With some good friends we hadn't seen in a while, so that was good. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so it's been a pretty good week. It's been a pretty busy week, especially in preparation for Thanksgiving, which is this coming week. So I hope you guys have all your plans all together and ready to go. If you haven't gotten your groceries from the grocery store,
good luck.
Good luck.
It's
That's all we
crazy.
got to say, because people are crazy.
Yes. We have our bacon, we have our turkey, and we have our Cajun butter infusion.
Oh, you know what we should do?
What?
On Thanksgiving, right before the meal, once it's all out there, we should do a quick live event just to show kind of the spread. For 3 people. 3.
And if anybody needs a place to come, you're invited.
Absolutely.
Yes.
If you're close to Columbus area and you want to come visit with us, come on over, hang out.
Absolutely.
We'll have a little bit of food.
We'll have everybody. A lot of bit of food.
Okay, we'll have a lot of food for everybody. What do we got? What have we got on the menu? We got a
bacon covered turkey.
A bacon wrapped turkey.
And
potatoes, mac and cheese, right? That's a staple.
Yes.
Mac and cheese is a staple.
And rolls and
dressing.
And your mom's gravy.
Oh yeah, my mom's got great gravy.
Great gravy.
Great gravy.
Southern gravy.
We're looking forward to that. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So, but we'll live stream just a little tidbit maybe on Thursday. But anyway, what we're going to do is go to our icebreaker question. I just posted it out there, but I'm going to go ahead and just put it up on the screen, and then we'll come back to it at the end of the show. That way, if you guys want to have some time to kind of think about it and you guys can comment on it, that would be great. But the icebreaker tonight is, what is your most embarrassing childhood event? Your most embarrassing childhood event. Leave a comment in the comment section below and we'll see it on the screen, and we just might put your story.
Ooh, how exciting. You could be famous.
Technology these days on the screen, and it'll be great. And of course we'll share our story.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So why don't we go ahead and jump into our discussion tonight?
Okay.
Which again is the 6 steps for changing behavior. Now, just a couple of weeks ago, we had a show where we talked about reacting versus responding.
Right.
And then last week we talked about knowing yourself. Being able to kind of identify your own behaviors, how you react, and how you act
Right.
Those things that, how you respond to people and so forth. And so this week we're talking about maybe throughout the week, maybe you've discovered some behaviors that you don't really like, or maybe they're not great for having great relationships, and maybe you want to change those things. So today we're going to give you some tips, little steps that you can use to actually begin to see those behaviors change. And so without any further ado, let's go on and jump into step number 1. Is that cool?
Number 1.
Number 1.
So tell someone about the behavior you wish to change.
Right. Find somebody that you can trust, someone who you can really confide in.
Like an accountability partner.
Yeah, an accountability partner is good. Someone who is not going to react, but somebody who's going to actually maybe feel free to call you out on some of those things. When they see that certain behavior, tell them what you want to change.
Right.
And then just invite them. Say, hey, when you see me doing that or behaving that way, obviously you don't want to do it in front of a crowd or anything like that, but when they see that behavior, maybe pull you to the side, go into another room or something, and invite them to call you out on that behavior. Because sometimes we're blind to our own stuff. Right. So that is step number 1. Step number 2, this is really important. Write down the behavior you want to change. In addition to telling someone, make sure you write it down. Maybe just get you a 3x5 note card or something. Write down the behavior that you want to change. Maybe put that on the refrigerator or somewhere, maybe on a mirror when you get up in the morning.
Right.
You need a bathroom mirror or something, and that way, as you're getting ready for the day, you see that in front of you and you go, okay, today that's what I'm going to work on changing, that right there.
And something we do is we write on our mirrors with dry erase markers.
Yeah, we've done that quite often. Not just things that we want to remind ourselves, but notes, love notes. We flirted that way. Maybe a time or two. But yeah, anything that where you can actually see what it is that the behavior that you want to change. Make sure you write it down, because it really helps in remembering that you want to change it. Right. Number 3
is predetermine what new behavior you will replace.
You don't have to read it.
I don't think that's grammatically correct.
Predetermine what new behavior will replace the old.
Okay.
So in addition to
find a new behavior to replace the old behavior.
Okay,
that's how I would say that.
That's probably a better way of saying that. Okay. There's probably a better way of saying that. But anyway, predetermined. So the important thing is that you think about the behavior that you want to change, and then you pre-decide what it is, what is going to be the behavior that you're going to do instead of the old behavior. Right. And you predetermine that. It's almost like you've already got an answer for when that question pops into your mind. Am I going to behave this way or that way? No, you already know what to do because you've already predetermined what it is that you're going to do.
Right.
And write that down too. Right along that on that 3x5 card. This is the behavior.
Right.
And this is what I'm going to do when that behavior starts to crop up.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Number
4.
Number 4.
That's you.
That's me?
I read the predetermined one.
Okay, all right. That's me. Where are we going here?
I didn't read it well, but I read it.
Okay. Step number 4, and this is really important. Pray for the ability to see the behavior before you act on it. Again, like I said before, sometimes we are really, really blind, just completely blind.
Right.
You know, it's like, and there's a scripture about, I should look that up, about, you know, like a person who stands in front of the mirror, and then as soon as they walk away,
Right.
they forget, you know, their own reflection, and we can fall into that quite easily.
Right.
But if you pray, ask God to help you remember before you begin to behave in that way that you want
Right.
to change,
Right.
to see that, oh, I'm feeling like I could behave that way. So, you know, if you see it before it happens, you have the opportunity to actually decide, nope, I'm not going to respond that way. I'm going to respond a different way.
Right.
Right? So pray for the ability to see the behavior before you act on it. Okay, so the next one is you?
The next one is me. I'll try to do better this time.
Okay.
Forgive yourself when you fail.
This is a really, really big one. Big one, because you will fail. There's just behavior, especially that's habitual. You know, it is one of the hardest things to change, because, you know, you don't think about it. You grow, maybe some of that behavior is kind of learned through your childhood. And if you're an adult and you've got all these years of that same behavior over and over again,
Right.
it's very, very difficult to change.
Right.
So you can expect that you're going to fail some. When that happens, make sure you forgive yourself.
Right.
You know, you can ask forgiveness if it involves somebody else too. That's really, really important. But also make sure that you forgive yourself.
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 Y'all.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. So the last one is me?
The last one is you.
Okay. All right. So that is step number 5. The number 6. Don't give up. Because it can be really easy too, especially if you fail and you fail and you fail and you fail. You know, God gives grace to everyone. It's not necessarily how many times you fail, but it's trying over and over and over again. And God gives a lot of grace to you, so don't give up. Continually. What is that face you're making?
I'm sorry, my phone is going off like crazy. I'm so sorry. Everything is fine though.
I'm like,
I'm so sorry. Everything is fine, and we're fine, and everything is fine.
okay. All right. So yeah.
Hopefully.
So step number 6 is don't give up. Don't give up. That's right. And that is the 6 steps for changing behavior.
Yes.
So let us know what you think about those 6 steps. If you've got some ideas of your own, we'd love to hear them. Put them in the comments section below, or email us at lonandlisa@gobeyondthewords.com. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Absolutely.
And we've got some folks joining us tonight. Looks like Davina's online, and Laura Prater.
And Steve. Hi,
And
Steve.
Hi, Steve. How's it going? Hope you guys are having a great evening.
Oh, Laura's on her lunch/dinner break.
Yeah. So that's cool. Let's see, where? Why am I in this handbasket? Huh? I don't get it. Okay. Well, anyway. So, do we want to go back to our icebreaker?
Yes, go back to our icebreaker.
Okay, so we're going to go back to our icebreaker, and maybe you guys have had a chance to think about it. I don't know, we've thrown a lot of information at you already, but we'll go back to it. Our icebreaker tonight is, what is your most embarrassing childhood event? What's your most embarrassing childhood event? I know what mine is.
So, there are so many for me. I was a terrible child, and there are probably a million that I could pick from. But the first thing that popped into my head was when My mother bought me my dog. I named him Echo.
Okay.
And she made me take him to the vet myself. And he was jet black. But when I bought him, they told me he was going to turn silver. So I took him to the vet. I walked in all by myself. So I'm this very small little child walking into the vet with this jet black dog.
And how old were you?
I think I was maybe 13, maybe younger. So I have this jet black dog, and I walk in and I say, "This is my dog. His name is Echo. He is silver." And they look at me and they're like, "That dog is black." And I insisted that they tell me that he was silver, and they're like, "He's not silver." And so I'm arguing with them about whether or not my dog is silver, and they're like, "That dog is black." And it made me so angry that they wouldn't agree that my dog was silver. They're like, "What is wrong with you? Your dog is black." I'm like, "No, he's going to turn silver. You have to put that he's silver, because when he turns silver, you're going to have that he's black. What is, And they're like, "If he turns silver, then we can change it." And he never did. He was black. But it was very traumatizing for me, because I'm like, "No, he's silver." No, he's black. Like, she's
the crazy things we do.
Very old. She should know her colors. I'm like, "No, he's black. He's silver. No, he's black." But yeah.
So, my story is, I was probably about 8 or 9. Yeah, about 8 or 9 years old. And we lived at the lake. You know what story?
I know what story this is.
We lived at the lake, and there was one afternoon. I don't remember where Mom and Dad were. They weren't around. But one of my friends, right across the street, had invited me to come over and go swimming with him, and so I went over there and we were swimming or whatever, and there was and we were swimming or whatever, and I ended up losing my swimsuit in the water, and I could not find it, and I was freaking out. And so and I didn't have a towel either, which made it all the worse. And so eventually I was in the water, and I was like, "Hey guys, hey, here's it going," and and they were like, "Well, why are you staying in the water?" And and what made it bad too was there was right down the street, there were a couple of girl neighbors too that had come over, and they were going to go swimming with us as well. So I was super, super embarrassed, and I tried to wait until they were kind of away, but then, so eventually I had to get out of the lake and run as fast as I could to the house, which is across the street, to get like new clothes and stuff, and it was really, really embarrassing. Yeah.
So why didn't you just tell one of your friends, "Hey, go get me a towel"?
I don't know, because
you're a dumb boy.
I guess. I don't know what was going on, but oh me.
So should we tell them Rufus's most embarrassing childhood?
What is his most embarrassing? Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, this is cool. Well, not cool. This is the latest. This also happened this weekend, but this isn't Rufus's fault. Sue.
It is Rufus's fault.
No, it's not. You tell the truth.
It is.
You tell the truth.
We don't know what happened. He just came home like this. He went out to a bar and came home like this.
I'll tell you what happened to this. We were cleaning out the cupboard, and you happened to find some food coloring that was expired. You were going to throw it out. And he's like, what can I do with this? And so you decided to color the dog. That's what you decided to do.
So Ryan also wants me to do some more coloring to him, so he may be more colorful Thanksgiving.
And I suggested tie-dye, but that didn't.
Yeah, we tried to actually tie-dye him. If you look closely, oh, he's so upset about this. He does have some pink in here too.
Yeah, like right in there.
He looks like he has a little bit of a sunburn, but he doesn't. Poor Rufus. I know. He's not happy about it.
So we have a couple of comments here, so I'm going to put those on the screen. Davina writes, I wrote curse words on a neighbor's house because she was mean to me. Needless to say, it was hard to sit down for a while.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
See, Davina, you and I grew up where that was the thing. If you did something, you got disciplined that way.
Yeah.
That was my mom and dad too.
Yeah.
Mostly my mom. My dad really didn't do that, but boy, my mom did.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's see. Laura has a story as well. I was returning to school after a month out due for appendicitis, right? And forgot that the cat was in my arms and tried to take him with me.
Oh, they should have let you, like a comfort animal.
Comfort animal, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Let's see, do we have anything? Laura also is commenting on our
it's hard to
steps,
unlearn
and
behaviors.
yes, it's hard to unlearn
It is.
behaviors. And let's see, do we have any others? I think that's it so far. But anyway, okay, well, great. Well, fantastic, guys. Guys, thank you again. It's been a privilege being with you guys this evening. And that pretty much wraps up our show for this evening. But again, let us know what you think. Drop some comments down in the comment section. Let us know. And again, if you want to email us, feel free to do that. You can do that at lonandlisa@gobeyondthewords.com.
And if you have any suggestions for decorations for Rufus.
Decorations for Rufus?
Yes.
What do you got? I mean,
any special colors or...
Oh, poor guy. Mama, don't do that to him.
Ryan wants like lightning bolts or something coming off of
like
the stripe.
Pikachu.
That's probably what he was talking about.
Pikachu. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens on Thursday.
Well, thanks, guys, for joining us tonight, and we hope that you have a great week.
Yes.
Again, Thanksgiving coming up. You'll probably see us every, maybe on Thanksgiving Day or something. Yeah. We'll pop online and let you know what's going on with our Thanksgiving. Yeah. And we hope that you guys have a great Thanksgiving as well. And until next time, wait, let's see. Because you were so sad that I haven't sing this song in a while. So I'm going to sing it tonight. May tomorrow be a perfect day. May you find love and laughter along the way. May God keep you in His tender care till He brings us together again. Good night, everybody. Well, maybe not.
You guys can just hang out with us all night. Okay,
so that's why it's hard for me to sing the song at the very end, because I have to be pushing buttons and stuff. But again,
good night, everybody.